Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depending on your time zone, you're welcome to today's Genuine Love Revolution. This is a nation building platform, okay? And I want to especially thank our global president, the person of Ambassador Adekunle Badmos. Thank you for all you do for humanity, sir. I want to thank our global first lady, Chief Motrana Badmos. Thank you, ma'am, for supporting um, this course. Thank you. And I want to especially thank our leader, Boss Lady Amokwe, the founder of Wayward Foundation. Thank you for um, taking, showing us love. Thank you for taking this project with all seriousness. We thank you. God bless you. And right about now, I'd like us to have our promo video as we dive into what will happen today. Thank you. Stay blessed.
Love is the most powerful force for change. Welcome to the Genuine Love Revolution. This movement is about embracing love, not just as a feeling, but as a transformative way of life. It begins with loving yourself, extends to those around you, and radiates outward to the entire world. Through kindness, empathy, and compassion, we can build relationships that truly matter. This revolution calls us to lead with our hearts, to see the humanity in others, and to create a ripple effect of care and connection. Imagine a world where every act of kindness inspires another, where empathy becomes our daily practice, where compassion binds us together. This is the power of genuine love, and it starts with you. Each small act, every warm embrace, each helping hand, these are the building blocks of a more caring and empathetic society. Join us at Global Clusters as we ignite this revolution of genuine love, inspiring a more caring and empathetic society. Love is the answer, and the Genuine Love Revolution is calling you to action. Visit theglobalclusters.org and be part of this transformative journey. Stay tuned for updates on the revolution, and don't miss a single meeting. They're vital to building the world we all deserve. Let's lead with love, starting today.
All right, let's lead with love starting today. Let's lead with love starting today. You're welcome once again to Genuine Love Revolution. And we're so happy that this is happening. Okay, so quickly, I would like to go into nation building beyond borders. I want us to talk about nation building beyond borders. Now, I'll start by saying nation building is not merely the construction of physical infrastructure, it is the architectural design of the human spirit. It is about cultivating values, mindsets, and systems if pandemonium is the order of the day, if killings here and there is the order of the day, if hate is the order of the day, if greed is the order of the day, if troublemaking or making troubles is the order of the day, there's no way we'll be able to do well. There's no way we'll be able to build our nation. There is no way we'll be able to connect. There is no way we'll be able to move forward. There is no way we'll be united because if we are divided, then we cannot build anything. I believe many people know about the Tower of Babel. Those guys were ready. They were very, very ready. They made up their minds. We want to build this tower and we want to reach, and they had one language. They had one language, and they all started, and they were moving. They were really moving because of the power of unity, the power of love. You understand? So what we're saying is, genuine love is beyond. Um, if we're talking about genuine love, we have to care about other people. We should not be greedy. We should not. We should be selfless. Don't be selfish. If you want to build your nation, if you want to be like other nations, other foreign countries that have built their own nation, they came together. You know, they came together. They made up their minds. This is what we want to do. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to get this result. They cared about their fellow human being, or they are caring about others. Let's do it together. Let's build together. Okay. When we talk about massive and broadly expanded nation building of the globe, we are envisioning a worldwide renewal where each nation is not isolated but interconnected in responsibility and destiny. All right, at this juncture, I would like to hand over to our 002 spokesperson of the global clusters when we're talking about genuine love. Thank you very much, sir. You're welcome. Cluster and Cypher and Nwako, you're welcome. And I was just talking about nation building, as regards love. I said nation building is not merely the construction of physical infrastructure, it is the architectural design of the human spirit. It is about cultivating values, mindsets, and systems that can sustain growth across generations. That's what I was talking about before you came in. All right, the global president is also here. And without further ado, I would like to welcome him. You're welcome, boss. Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Perfect evening to you.
All right. All right. Thank you very much, sir. So right about now, I would like to hand over to our spokesperson, our relationship coach, and the person of Clusterian Cypran Nwako. So I just gave you a brief of what I was talking about. So over to you, sir. You're welcome, sir.
Have you done the intro?
Yeah. Yes. I
Yes,
was
sir.
here.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay,
Tony.
go ahead, sir. Over to you. To Jenny Love.
Thank you so much, Perez, for holding on and all. I want to first of all appreciate the president, the global president, in person of Ambassador Dr. Adekule Badmos, the global first lady, a person of Mrs. Simuturayo Badmos. I want to appreciate the 001 of this genuine love revolution, the person of boss lady Amope. And every other person in here, I don't have access to their names. Yeah, I can see 5 people here. And those that will still join us, even if you're watching this as a kind of replay, you're welcome. I want to appreciate you. For you to be here means you're important to us. So, in line with what Cluster Fares was saying about nation building and genuine love, like we have all done every Wednesday, we've looked at different aspects of genuine love, how it affects us, how it affects other people, how we can be better, things we need to do. And I always try to, to reiterate every Wednesday that we are basically repeating what we have already known and going deeper and deeper and deeper every week, because we believe that repetition helps learning. And when we repeat, learn, and practice, our vision will become a reality. So in line with what he's talking about, nation building, genuine love is very important in nation building. and it has a very strong link to the topic I have for today, because I really want to be touching, couple relationship as well as the broader aspect of relationship, like we have been doing for close to 3-4 weeks now. I've been looking at the broader aspect, the bigger aspect, touching every life's business, everything. Yeah, but today, just like I've said, from time to time, maybe one Wednesday in a month or two, we'll try to look at the couple relationship. So the broader topic is relationship and genuine love, or you say genuine love and relationship. Then title of it under that is the science of love. The science of love. What psychology says about love. What psychology says about love. Psychology is a social science and is a branch of science that deals with human mind. You cannot really deal with humanity. You cannot talk about humanity without talking about psychology. Yeah, that's why we will try to go deeper into psychology whenever we want to lift out great ideas that are workable, Yeah, because psychology exposes how people think, exposes how people react to issues, and how you can even engineer the mind to work in your favor. That's what psychology does. So, the title again is The Science of Love. What psychology says about love. What psychology says about love. I remember I said that this is about couple, both dating and married. So let's look at what psychology says about love. I think I highlighted 4 or 5 things here. Yeah. First thing psychology said about love is that love is more than feeling. Love is more than a feeling. Yeah, most people think love is just an emotion, like happiness or sadness. But psychology says otherwise. Love is actually a combination of emotion, behavior, and decision making. It's good we know all this. Yeah, you cannot be talking about genuine love if you don't understand in detail what love entails. It's good we know. There are 3 major things composing this love we talk about, which is emotion, behavior, and decision making. Yeah, there's one particular psychologist that it's actually famous during his time. Yeah, even afterwards, for those people that read, yeah, Robert Sternberg, he divided love into 3 parts. Yeah, he divided love into 3 parts. And it's important for you to understand it, because if you are describing, sometimes you can't even describe yourself. You might have a feeling of things. You might seem to, let me say, have an idea of what's happening to you when you're talking about love, or when you are really in relationship or love, but you cannot be so distinct on how things play out. You can be so smart to say that this one happened, this is happening, this is my reaction, but you can't be so good to describe the parts involved in what is happening to you in general. And that's what this man did. He said that love has 3 parts. 1 is passion, 2 is intimacy, and the 3 is commitment. 1 is passion, 2 is intimacy, and 3 is commitment. Talking about passion deals with the spark, the attraction, and the physical connection. The spark, the attraction, and the physical connection. All these I'm going to talk about today, you have experienced them one time in your life, or even currently. Yes, but the issue is that you don't even know what's happening to you. You believe they're all part of life. So what the work he did is to help you understand what is happening at every moment. So passion, as part of love, it is with the spark, the attraction, and the physical connection. Yeah, we talk about relationship. We're talking about meeting people, especially when it comes to deeper relationship, like the one seen in couple. You see people you like, there's a spark, there's attraction, something attracted you to them. And even before you start reasoning on whether to make a move, whether to approach them or not, you have felt the connection. You have felt the connection. And all these things are important because some people often neglect it, they overlook it and all that. And sadly, some of them, it comes back haunting them. Yeah, it comes back on. It's one of the ingredients that you must, or you have to see or feel or experience before you now go ahead and make a move. Yeah, because at times you may need them. But let's not talk about that in detail for now. So the next part of love, according to scientist or psychologist Robert Sternberg, is intimacy. 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 It deals with the closeness, friendship, and the trust you share. It deals with the closeness, friendship, and trust you share. Let's say both spark, attraction, and physical connection comes at the first part of meeting someone you want to date or someone you eventually marry. Let's say those things happen at the initial part. Then the second one, which is intimacy, happens inside that relationship, the closeness, the friendship, and then trust. I don't know if you understand. So this part of the second part of love that I talked about, intimacy, happens deep inside that relationship. Because in every relationship that is thriving, there is friendship. There is friendship. There is closeness. And there is trust. Then the third part, according to his division, is commitment. Commitment. Yeah. Commitment. Decision to stay and build a life together. The decision to stay and build a life together. That's what we mean when we talk about commitment. The decision to stay and build a life together. That's why if a relationship stays for some time, let's not say thrive. If a relationship stays for some time, and if you cannot find that thing in you that longs for that person on a long-term base, who will advise you to revisit that relationship? Will not advise you to continue blindly to allow things go on. You understand? So these are the three parts of love, and I've tried to say what each part entails: passion, intimacy, commitment. So let's look at the second thing psychology says about love. Second thing psychology says about love. Remember, we are looking at the science of love. The title of today's is Science of Love. The topic is, the broader topic is relationship and genuine love, or you can say genuine love and relationship. The title, The Science of Love. Under it, we also have what psychology says about love. So number 2 of what psychology says about love is this: love changes the brain. Love changes the brain. And when we talk about brain, we're talking about mass of neurons. Mass of neurons. If you are not medically inclined, you may not understand what we mean by mass of neurons. Neurons are nerves. But neurons exist, but they communicate majorly through chemicals. They communicate majorly through chemicals. When you talk about nerves, some of you must have heard nerves. Yes, they are neurons. We don't want to go into details on their differences, but I'm just trying to give you something that can, easily help you understand it. Brain is made of mass of nerves. Yeah, and I say the unit of it is what's even the name again? They have I think three parts of it, but let's not go into details. But if you talk about brain, talk about neurons, mass of nerves. So now those nerves that are there, they relate together, they interconnect, they discuss, they communicate through chemicals. And now when we talk about those chemicals, I've mentioned them, I think last 2 weeks or thereabout, when I was discussing a different topic. I talked about craving, I talked about addiction, I talked about how love can help us help to restructure our body, that instead of us getting addicted to a particular thing, we get the same feeling because we love. I don't know, there's a time I talked about it. I mentioned serotonin, I mentioned endorphin, I mentioned oxytocin, I mentioned dopamine. The same hormones or the same chemicals are being discussed today. Love changes the brain. Love changes the brain. Listen, when you fall in love, your brain releases chemicals like dopamine. When we talk about dopamine, it is known as feel-good hormones because it makes someone to feel good. We talk about dopamine, talk about feel-good hormone because it makes someone to feel good. Next one, oxytocin. Oxytocin is bonding hormone. Bonding hormone means it makes you want to bond with people. That's what oxytocin does. Then even serotonin. I've talked about endorphins. Endorphins also makes you feel happy, makes you feel good. I mentioned the fact that those people that exercise a lot, they can easily overcome any addiction. They can easily overcome any addiction. What I explained there was that when you're addicted to a particular thing, what that particular thing does is to tell your brain that taking it makes you feel good. It informs your brain or is associated with making you feel good. I explained this very clearly. Something like smoking, something like getting addicted to other things, they secrete a particular chemical in your body, such as endorphins, making you feel good. That's what they do. And immediately they go down because they'll get to the point where your body will depend on them. Immediately they go down, you will crave for them. That's why when people are addicted, they can go mad in search of what they're addicted to. So loving can equally serve the same purpose, just like exercise can equally serve the same purpose. What do? By releasing the same hormone that those substances that you're addicted to used to release to make you high. Love can release it. Exercise can release it. I explained it in those classes. So that same thing are coming into this case because of the fact that we are looking at what psychology says about love. This number 2 said love changes the brain. How does it change the brain? It helps control those brain chemicals. And those brain chemicals, feel good hormones I've talked about, like dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. They can be secreted when you are happy. When you are loving. And when they're secreted, it makes you feel good. This is evident when you're with someone you love. When you're with someone you love, there is this happiness in you. You don't even know how it's come about. But is love changing the brain through the brain chemical? So that is it. Number 3 on what psychology says about love. Number 3, love feeds on attention and communication. Love feeds on attention and communication. You know, science shows that couples who communicate well and pay attention to each other stay stronger. Couples who communicate well and pay attention to each other stay stronger. We all know that. It's not about grand gestures all the time. Yeah, could be just small things like listening when your partner speaks, checking on them during the day, saying thank you, I love you. Through such small communications and attentions, love is built stronger. Number 4 on what psychology says about love. Psychology says that love requires boundaries. Love requires boundaries. I have a book on boundaries, and by the grace of God, if everything is in place on my birthday, which is November, I will launch it, and I will even want to launch it with global clusters. It's majorly on boundaries, and I did extensive research on that anybody, no matter who you are, you need it because of the fact that it will help you maintain a balance between loving, between being in a relationship, between running your business, maintaining your career, your spirituality, and every aspect of your life. Because the fact is that, based from my experience, that's where people used to have problems. They are doing well in career. They are doing well in their career, but immediately they start a relationship, their career will start suffering as they are giving much time for relationship. Some people are already doing well in relationship, but because of sudden increase in demand from their job or from their spiritual life or thereabout, you see them losing the relationship part and then getting problems. There are some people we know today, even pastors, that lost their relationship. The church became bigger and they divorced because of the challenges of balance, challenges of boundaries. So today again, we are looking at what psychology says about love. And psychology says that love requires boundaries. Love requires boundaries. Strange as it may sound, psychology says that love grows stronger when both partners have healthy boundaries. Boundaries is understanding that In as much as I'm in relationship, in as much as I have to give my best to my partner and my relationship to thrive, I still have every other aspect of life to fulfill. Someone that is loving will eat. Someone that is loving will stay healthy to be alive, to experience that love. Someone that is loving will serve God, whoever or whatever he or she believes in. Someone that is loving will also have other associations, other organizations where they function. It's just like preventing love from swallowing you. It's just like preventing every other aspect of your life from swallowing other aspects. Balance, being in the middle of everything, being in charge, and not allowing any part to suffer. That's what balance stands for. And today, psychology is telling us that love requires it. At times, it might look as if you are trying to segregate yourself or maybe a thing like that. But the truth is that it's more of a protective strategy. Because if you don't put those boundaries, you will lose the liveliness in love, the liveliness in relationship. If you don't put those boundaries. If you see anybody thriving very well, I mean in every aspect of their life, they have mastered the act of boundaries and balance. They have mastered the act of boundary and balance. So, it is important, you as a human being, if you must give love the best, you must put in place strategies to make sure that every other part of your life are also succeeding. Imagine a case whereby you don't care about boundaries. You don't read book. You don't pursue your career. You can actually outgrow you. You people can grow apart. Both of you are married, yes, but he is developing himself. You are not developing yourself. The time shall come when both of you cannot agree again because you don't have the same level of understanding again. But if you people are growing alongside, you see that at every point in time, you look at her and tell her, this is the best decision I've ever made. And she will look at you and say, this is the best decision I've ever made. That's what boundaries and balance do for us. So, number 5, on what psychology says about love. It says that love is a choice as much as a feeling. Love is a choice as much as a feeling. Yes, the signs of love shows us that feeling fades. Yes, feeling can fade, but choices we make remain because every day we make the choice. You may not always feel in love every single day. Yes, circumstances can cause that. But choosing to be kind, choosing to be loyal, choosing to be supportive is love alive for decades. It's not every day you feel love. Yes, this is the truth. You cannot lie about it. But you can choose to be kind to those people, even if you're not feeling loved. To be loyal to those people, to be supportive. And all these 3 things in turn will keep love alive, regardless of the fact that today you don't feel that love. Because it doesn't mean it's going to be like that forever. Tomorrow, you might feel it. But because you were kind, because you were loyal, because you were supportive today, it did not die. It will be there for you whenever you feel it. So, that's the last thing I'm going to talk about on what psychology says about love today. In conclusion, love is more than butterflies. It's passion, it's intimacy, it's commitment, it's working together. Love changes your brain chemistry, but also demands wisdom. It grows stronger through communication, attention, and boundaries. And most importantly, love is not just something you fall into. It is something you choose. Decision is something you choose and nurture every day because nothing left unattended to ever survive. Reason why global clusters will stay is that every blessed day is being nurtured and it's being watered. Likewise, every aspect of life. If you plant a tree and you don't care about the tree, it will die off. The same with love. No matter how much someone professes love to you, if they are not doing things, if they're not kind, they're not loyal, they're not supportive, it's a matter of time before the love dies. Because even if you think you are being selfless, you don't care if they respond, and you want to show love every day, every night, irrespective of how they respond to you, one day you are going to be tired. One day you're going to be tired because you can't do it alone. I keep on telling people, you can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. No matter how much you trust yourself, you will fail. So that is it. And as one psychologist said, love is not about finding the right person, but also being the right person. Love is not about finding the right person, but also being the right person. Let us remember that love is not just poetry of heart, but also a science of the mind. And when we understand the fact that love is not just a poetry of the heart, but also the science of the mind, we can truly build relationships that last. And relationship that is built with love, relationship that built with genuine love, which is what we are discussing today, relationship built with genuine love can go beyond the couple life. We're talking about both dating and marriage. It can transcend into business, it can transcend into spirituality, it can transcend into every other aspect of life. So let's embrace love today. Let's also apply it to every aspect of our life so that at the end of the day, we'll have everything intact. We'll have our families intact, our relationships with people intact, our business intact, our career intact, our spirituality intact. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.
Wow. Amazing. Uh, okay. I think boss wants to
Go ahead.
say
Go ahead.
something.
Go
All
ahead.
right. Thank you, Cluster and Cyprian Wanko. And we can't wait to have that book. You said your birthday is going to be coming up in November, sometime in November. And we're praying that God Almighty will keep you beyond that time, and we will all witness the launch. You understand? Yes, we're all going to witness it. And thank you for also mentioning that you would love to get the global clusters involved. Thank you very much, sir. We are honored to have you. Thank you for all you do. And you have talked about love fits on attention and communication. Love requires boundaries. It's love is a choice. So it's even something bigger than how you feel. Yes, you can wake up and you're not feeling that love, or you're not feeling that love vibe. You understand? You're not feeling it. But then it means that you have to make up your mind that, okay, even though I am not feeling it right now, I still have to act in love. I still have to be kind. I have to go against my feeling. That's what I've been able to learn. And it is very true, honestly. Sometimes you don't know what has happened to you. Just wake up or maybe something happened and you slept on the wrong side of the bed. You understand? And when you rise up and you don't even feel like talking to anybody, you're just there frowning your face. You're just there thinking, allowing that thing to press you down, or allowing your emotions to get the best of you. So it means that we should go beyond our feelings. It is beyond our feelings. It's a choice. We have to be deliberate. We have to make up our minds. Now, this is the right thing, not about how I am feeling. Okay, if I am driving if I'm driving any car and somebody is trying to cross the road and I don't feel like stopping. So if I don't stop, what's going to happen? So it's not about how I feel. It's about the person's safety. Because if I don't apply my brakes, if I don't wait for him to cross, then it means I want to run into him. It means that I want to claim that life. So it's not about how I feel. Maybe somebody vexed me or somebody got me angry. You understand? And I am driving recklessly and I just feel I am angry right now. So that's how I feel. If anybody crosses my path, then I'll crush the person. Then the aftermath will not be something palatable. It will not be good at all. So love is beyond how we feel. Whether we feel good about it or not, we have to make that choice. We have to make up our minds to do the right thing. And that's how we can move together. That's how we can do things correctly. Thank you very much, sir. And at this point, I would like to ask that the global president share something very wonderful with us. Thank you, sir.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. It's obvious that this is not a spectator call. Genuine Love Revolution is an integral part of nation building, and I want everyone to go and prepare for the a great movement, most especially in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Something is going to happen very soon. The free version of this global cluster is coming up called the Spark Up, and a lot of Spark Overs, over 25 million Spark Overs, are already waiting to come into the global clusters, and it's a new paradigm shift, and major organizations are adopting. And if you love someone, tell them about this meeting. Most especially, you're getting uh, flawless value in the global cluster on every day-to-day meetings that we do. This is the University of Accurate and Quality Knowledge, accurate and quality information, and accurate and quality connections. It's a no-brainer. It's the real deal. Um, every young person in Nigeria, every young person in the world, if you really want to scale, you need the right knowledge. You need, because it's the right knowledge that will give you the right power. And you need the right information because that is your bridge between where you are and where you ought to be. And you need the right connection because the whom you are connected to determines what you collect. So I want to appreciate the OO2 Genuine Love Revolution of the Global Clusters and your flawless law in adding value to our father's land. And in the area of relationship and love, you know, I know even children yet unborn will see this. And one thing you can do to showcase love to someone close to you is to share this piece of information, the science of love, the science of love. The information shared today is everyone you see in the global cluster, including myself, we are all volunteers. It might shock to you that every one of us, none of us is paid for what we do, including Farex. Everybody create time to do this. You understand? To say no, we cannot wait and watch our father's land go down. That we're going to make sure that we create 1 hour. Like tomorrow now we have about 3 trainings, 12 to 1 ARE concept. You see Dr. Shema Kinde there, 2 to 3, the B2B cluster of the global cluster. That is the global Daniel is handling that. Then 5 to 6, you see Madam Colette. She's a baby woman all the way from Atlanta. The mother, she will handle accurate connection revolution. And you see 3 major trainings. All of these trainings, is it yesterday? Is it the humanity revolution? I see that it was Prosper and Farex that handled. These are things that we need to put in ourselves. I met a very notable man in this country today, and you see, it is based on what you have put in that you can actually speak out. If you have not put if you have not put something inside of you, there is no way you can bring something out when you are asked to talk. A lot of people love people that talk like Cluster and Cypher and one cup. People that write books, you love them that when they ask them to talk, they know how to talk. It's because they have poured a lot of this in. And how can you help people? You can help people by sharing this meeting with them. Share it with them. It's the first intellectual movement on earth and is initiated by Nigerians. And there is a mantra that we are following, which is manga, make African and Nigerian great again. Make African and Nigerian great again. We are trying to make sure that we make this a very strong movement because What we're going to do, the Genuine Love Revolution will be having a tour in every state, in every nation, where everything that relates to love, everything that relates to it, courses, different kind of courses, will be held in those office, the headquarters of the revolution. And the revolution will be something that will be endorsed by every president of every nation, because it's an integral part of what formed all of us. It is what formed us. The New Love Revolution is not a spectator call. No, the place of love, self-love, is not selfishness. Is bringing out the the affection you have within and splitting it out there, love for one another and the love for environment. You understand? Something is currently happening in Lekki on the island recently in Lagos, and this thing has been happening every year. Every time there is rain, there's always flood, and it's not the first time, it's not the second time. And I believe uh, there should be a permanent solution to it, because sometimes people lose valuables, and their good environment turns to a place that is not well reckoned with. And all of these things are things that we should all give cognizance to. Love for environment, love for one another, love for self. A nation cannot develop if love is not radiating in that nation. You understand? You cannot talk about nation building without people loving each other, without people doing community projects on love, without people, demonstrating to the young ones coming up on how to love, letting them understand their real being. If you don't understand this topic very well, you might not even get the bearing of your life, because it's you are all product of love. Me, I'm product of love. Two people gave in excitement to produce me, to produce you. And this is so significant. When I say it, some people will look at it and say, yes, it's so significant, because when a purpose of a thing is not discovered, abuse is inevitable. The global cluster is the submission from Africa to the world, letting them to know that this is what a social media should be all about. A social platform should be all about learning, submitting yourself to learning. Developed nations develop largely because of developed mindset. And the place of love in learning cannot be overemphasized. It's something that everyone should sit on. It's something that everyone should pay serious attention to. Someone like Cluster and Sipran, people should go and follow his personal handles. You understand? Anytime you're doing this such meeting, please mention your community, mention your handle. Let people follow you. You understand? It's very, very, very important. It's very, very, very important. You cannot see someone that is giving back to the society in this capacity, and you're not taking it serious. And a lot of us want development that we are not ready for. We are not intentional about. So we're talking about genuine love today. A lot of people lack it. They don't even know how to love themselves. They constantly abuse themselves, and they don't know how to show themselves love. And these things happened in our society day in, day out, and we see all of these things, and we're not doing anything about it. And we have said, we have come together. We are Nigerians. I represent Nigerians both in Nigeria and Nigerians in the diaspora. And we are saying that instead of end SARS, instead of end bad governance, instead of creating chaos in our community, let us start radiating love to one another. Let us start loving ourselves genuinely. Let us start loving our environment genuinely. When we see a problem in our environment, if we want to show it love, we have to be intentional. Somebody must lead something. Let us start leading something good. Issue of This person is there, and that person is not there. That person is there. If we all want nation building, we should all come together and build our father's land. You understand? Every developed nation you see, it is not just built by the government alone. Government alone cannot do it. All of the time, we have always said this. So if you know you want to build your father's land, join the movement. This is the first intellectual movement called the global clusters. And our arm are open to everybody right now. Our arm are open. We will need a major organization to adopt us right now. It could be a church. Imagine Redeemed Church of God adopting the global clusters. Imagine winners adopting the global clusters. Imagine NASFAT, a Muslim society, adopting the global clusters. Imagine large associations adopting the global clusters. And why are we talking about all of this adoption? We are talking about it because it's a no-brainer. It's a real deal. It's something that everyone should pay attention to. This is what will move you from where you are to where you ought to be. Genuine love revolution in our community needs to be amplified. Everybody needs to know that if we really, really crave for a better society, we must start loving ourselves genuinely. We must start loving our neighbors genuinely. And we must start loving our environment genuinely. There is no two ways about it. Genuine love, it's a no-brainer. It's the real deal. It's the real deal. We have to love ourselves genuinely. We have to love our environment genuinely. We have to love our society genuinely. Showing love too is in sharing the right information to people. The information of the global clusters. If you're watching right now, are you intentional in sharing this good news to people, or you just want to keep the good news to yourself? You don't need to keep the good news to yourself alone. You don't need to keep the good news to yourself alone. You should be a carrier and embodiment of sharing this genuine love. Cluster Cypran have mentioned so many things today, and these are information that a good student will go further and research each points that have been made today, and for your own empowerment, for your own capacity building. Developed nation connotes developed people, and there's nowhere people can develop without submitting to the accurate learning, and learning in so many ways. And one of the most integral way of learning is understanding this genuine love that we're talking about. Genuine love revolution needs more volunteers. If you are watching, we need more people to volunteer into the genuine love revolution. We need genuine love to start coming up with their own courses. We need them to start doing their own certifications. We need them to start looking into all the science of love. Should be developed into a curriculum. There should be an exam for it. There should be things that they should be doing. You understand? So all of these things are the things that we're talking about. And like I said, I want everyone to be ready. There will be a paradigm shift. There will be, we are about to take off, like take off to the moon. The global clusters is about to take off. Once the free app comes up, you will see a new turn. I hope every revolution is ready. You understand? I need in my mother's tongue that the first nation building social media platform is coming to everybody. So you come in as a spark over, and from there you can metamorphose into a clusterian. With just 3,000 followers, you'll be monetized and the community pays you every day, by performing a simple task. So it's no brainer. We want everyone to come together to embrace this. Like I said, NYC I said yes, NDLA I said yes, and we are in serious discussion with some stakeholders in this country, and this movement will take us from where we are to where we ought to be. There are a lot of opportunities. Anyone listening to me now, if you know you are jobless and you are not now looking at what can I do, how can I do it, the global cluster is a place for you. Even if you have a job, it's a place for you to volunteer. We are talking about nation building here. We cannot be talking about what is not good in our country, and we all enjoy talking about it and not come together to discuss nation building. And when we talk about nation building, this topic we're treating today, every Wednesday, is a serious topic. It's a serious topic that we by the time the free version is up, we will take every revolution to the next level. We are going to get more volunteers into every revolution. And we're going to be designing skits on genuine love, how people can demonstrate love. Because most of the time we have all watched, different kind of things, movie on rituals. We have watched movie on how people dupe each other. We have watched different kind of movies, and it seems that that is the only way out. We have seen different kind of reality TV show and all of that, and again, we have not seen something on genuine love. Watch out for the reality TV show on genuine love revolution. You understand? Watch out for the academy to teach people how to love right. Watch out for the skits. There will be a skit department of the genuine love revolution. There will be the academic department of genuine love revolution. There will be a drama department of genuine love revolution. There will be an institute department of genuine love revolution. It's not a spectator call. It's the real deal. And if anybody, if you know this genuine love revolution resonates with you, join now. I know what I'm talking about. Join now. And I want to congratulate everyone that have been consistent here. I'm telling you, everyone that have been consistent here. You remember, it's being recorded. There is no, oh, I was there, they did not put me there. You understand? So it's a no-brainer. So by the time we are looking out for those that have been consistent and that has been showing up in the meeting, we can always go back. It's on YouTube, it's on Facebook, it's always there. People have been coming up to keep this vision together, to make sure that this first nation building social media platform did not go down. And congratulations to all of you, because very soon it's going to be something that everybody will be very happy about. I know what I'm talking about, and I want to say thank you to every volunteers, all the 001s, 002s, all the volunteers that have been, all the people that have created clusters, all the people that have volunteered into clusters, all the people that are intentional about it, everyone that has given us one word of encouragement or the other. One thing I have seen is that there is no one that's ever listened to us as regards the global cluster that said it's nonsense. Nobody. Nobody. The toppers of the top. Nobody. I remember when we went to OBJ and told Baba Wasunjo about the government bilateral trade and agreement office that we want to establish, and it resonated with him. When we were with IBB, we mentioned the global clusters 2 weeks ago. It resonated with Baba. Nobody. When we all the notable people that we have always been with, and we told them about this is the concept, this is the kind of social media we want to have. We don't want to have a social media to disrespect our elders. We don't want to have a social media where we just talk anyhow. That is not what we are advocating for. We are advocating for a responsible citizen. We are bringing out the best in every Nigerian. We have taken them from where they are to where they ought to be. And that is what every one of us to do. You understand? So being the first nation building social media platform on earth, our hands are open to everyone that is a forward thinker, that said, oh, the global clusters, we want you. We want you, we want to adopt you, we want to put you into our community. Most non-governmental organizations, they don't have current tap on their members. And the global clusters, because of our daily training, can be a current tap. You can volunteer and learn. There is nobody that will listen to what there's nobody that will listen to what President Cyprian has said today that will not learn something. You understand? There's nobody that will listen to it that has not learned something. So learn, learn. There's no two ways about it. It's either learning or you learn it. You learn. No, there is no two way. It's a no-brainer. You understand? Learning is a serious thing. You cannot develop your life without learning. How do you develop your life? You must make sure you pour something positive to yourself. And if you understand this genuine love, as a matter of fact, all your life progress is embedded in this thing. If you really understand, because we are all produced through love. We are all produced through love. We are all produced through love. So let us, so we are all produced through love. We are all produced through love. We are all produced through love. And it's a no-brainer that we should understand this topic. This one. Understand it. We need people to volunteer to join Boss Lady Amokwe, to join, Cluster Cyprian, and said, we want to make sure we represent our local government on genuine law. We want to represent our community on genuine law. By the time the book that Cluster Cyprian is talking about, will be the one to take it to everywhere. You understand? So that people can learn about genuine law. Having said that, I want to appreciate everyone for coming by. It's another wonderful intellectual movement today. And I believe from everything everybody has said, submissions and all of that, if you have your own submission and you're watching online, please drop it. Drop it at the comment section. What's your submission? What's your take? And if you want to reach out to the 002, our facilitator, you can equally reach out to. These people are ready to mentor you. They have pledged their allegiance to humanity. We have all pledged to serve humanity, and that is why you see we do what we do. Brothers, I was talking to somebody today. He said, Ambassador, they don't do business like that. I said, I'm not about just business anymore. You understand? You cannot be using your life to be chasing money all the time. Do you get what I'm trying to say? You must, a balanced life is to use your life to add value to people you meet. And everything should not be about money. How much do you really need? How much do you want to take? Do you want to take it away from this? So what we're saying is that we have dedicated our time to say the global clusters, we're taking it to the moon. And if you're ready to move with us now, good. Some people will join us after 3 years. Some people will join us after they see that we are listed on Forbes and they see that, oh, this genuine love revolution is own worth alone is also amount. So that is what they will now, that is when it will now resonate with them. No problem. You understand? It's okay, it's fine. But one thing I want you to know is that I'm the global president of the Global Clusters, and this is going to the moon. It's going to the moon. It's going to everywhere. It's going to the whole world. It's not a joke. I'm not joking. And I'm not blowing smoke. I'm telling you what's going to happen, regardless of who is buying into it right now or who is not buying into it. It's a no-brainer. I'm using everything. I've been to about 32 countries, and I'm using everything I have got. I'm putting it behind this. It's my legacy project, and I want to show to the world that you don't. It's at a time in your life you must learn out when to stop and when to start adding value. And when you start adding value, it's not that you're not going to make money. You're going to make money in turn, but let the value added be what is in your mind, not everything about money, money, money. You understand? So I have come to a level that if my thing is with somebody, I don't owe them. I tell them, can you give me? If they don't give me, I leave it. Do you understand? I leave it because at the end of the day, we're going to leave everything. That's it. We're going to leave everything, regardless. Sometimes this suit is more of a permanent landlord on earth than us, the woman being. We are all here temporarily. And I think we have learned one or two things. So I want to draw the curtain. And before drawing the curtain, tomorrow is ARE, Agri Real Estate and Export. The Agri Real Estate and Export cluster of the global cluster is doing fantastically well. Some concepts in the global cluster are doing tremendously well. People are going for inspection virtually every day. People are renting the farm. People are planting their farm produce are growing. They are growing vegetables. We're currently in the process of getting the best quarantine place and all of that. A lot of good things is happening. So don't miss it. You can rent a farmland. A plot is 100,000. Three plots is 200,000. Why 1 acre is 300,000. Farm management fee for one plot is 100,000. Farm management fee for three plots is 350,000. And farm management fee for 1 acre is 500,000. You can buy a plot outrightly for 550,000. You can buy three plots outrightly for 1.5 million. And you can buy 1 acre, which is 6 plot outrightly for just 2.5 million. And you can pay in installment. And we have a real estate in Arepo. Arepo now has over 21 estates. There is an estate called Journalist Estate inside Arepo. A plot of land is currently going for about 60 million there. 3 minutes to 5 minutes away from that place, we have about 200 acres estate, and we are doing 2 acre alone, 12 plots on pro bono. Instead of 30 million, you do 15 million outrightly, or you do 20 million, you pay within 12 months. So it depends on you, and the statutory fee is 3 million. Instead of that, you pay 1.5 million, and you pay and got your document. And it's a CFO in view, red copy, survey, and everything. So, and you can start building immediately. So, having said that, I want to ask, who are we? We are a consortium of professionals or aspiring professionals, technocrats or aspiring technocrats, entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs, where we share accurate knowledge of our industry. Why? Because it gives us the right power, accurate information, because that is the bridge between where we are and where we ought to be. Accurate connection, because to whom we are connected to determines what we collect. We are not just a social media platform with a marketplace with the best monetization on earth. We are the first nation building social media platform on earth, and it's proudly Nigeria, proudly Africa to the world. So, to join us, you can be a spark cover for free. Join our YouTube channel at the Global Clusters, no, Facebook, the Global Clusters, X, TikTok, Instagram. You can join, and you can DM and say, I want to join one Spark Up. But the Spark Up digital community will be launched by this weekend or next week. People will be able to log in for free. Or you want to take another leap up and say, I want to become a Clusterian. Premium membership for Clusterian is going for 61,000 naira with a discounted UK diploma course on data analysis, cybersecurity, certified nursing assistants, mini MBA, business analysis, AI courses, to be able to take those courses. And a vendor that I want to sell in the community is 81,000 one time, lifetime. And that is how it is done. So if I were you, I would jump there. If you want to empower people, you can use the Global Clusters platform to empower people. If you want to adopt to do, large, empowerment, the Global Cluster is ready. We can handle any numbers, and we can mine and produce them to become quality and accurate professionals, quality and accurate technocrats, and quality and accurate entrepreneurs. Having said that, I want to say thank you, Clusterian Cypher and Wankwo. I want to say thank you, Clusterian Fares Samuel. And I want to thank you, Clusterian Tennessee, for always handling this. So tomorrow is 3 trainings. Don't miss it at all. Then see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. Bye for now. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye, boss.